goodness, Tracy is here. That makes me so happy, Tracy, because you were the one who inspired this whole thing. And you know what? I've loved doing these lives on Friday mornings. Now, this is the beginning of a 4-day weekend for some people or a 3-day weekend, so I'm not sure how many people will be here, but I'll hang out anyway. Sometimes the best skills we can build as video people, live streaming people, is to learn how to be engaging, even if no one is here to talk back to you. So, replay viewers, oh my goodness, I am so glad that you took time to watch this replay. I'm so excited because this is Memorial Day weekend. And oftentimes, Memorial weekend is looked at as the beginning of summer. I kind of look at it as summer's like Christmas Eve. This is like the eve of summer because here in New Jersey, schools don't get out until middle of June. So I'm really not into summer mode until a little bit from now, but I do have summer on the mind. Hi, Mrs. Paula. So I would like to start us off with, do you have anything that you'd like to do this summer? Like, I really don't like the phrase bucket list. I'm trying to think of an alternative name. So if you can think of an alternative name for bucket list, like for me, it's like summer thriving list or um, loving life list. In fact, I might say summer loving life list. So that's exciting. And then, so people on replay, what would you call instead of a summer bucket list, which is what I usually call it? I think this summer I'll call it a summer loving life list. Maybe I'll make a poll about this on my channel on Tuesday. We'll see. Hey, Mac Movement, good to see you. I did want to say my reading. Oh, sitting on the back porch. That's a wonderful thing on your summer loving life list, Paula. Oh, I love that. I like to spend time on my front porch. Right now, you can tell I'm not on my porch. I'm on my way to hang out with my daughter and her husband at the Jersey Shore. The bad news is the Jersey Shore is rainy today. I'll still get photos and I hope to still get some video of ocean because my audience really seems to like ocean. So we'll do what we can. One of the things I love to do during summer, maybe you do too, is read. Do any I am. I'm sunshine personified. How did you know that? How did you know that, Tracy? So, I'm reading, and I started to read this book last night, How to Write a Love Story. It might be backwards by Catherine Walsh. How to Write a Love Story. I'm only a little bit in, but it is fast paced, it is funny, it will make you laugh. And of course, we know what's going to happen in the end is these writers are going to get together probably, and there's publishing. So if you're like a book nerd, you're going to love this book because it's about writing, it's about the publishing world, it's about romance, it's funny. If you're a writer, they drop you right in the begin, like in the very first paragraph, you're in action. There's no like sitting down reading about the idyllic countryside of Ireland. They drop you right into conflict. So this is a good book. Very good. Hello, hello. Hey, Kay and Ro. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this book. I've been reading a lot of heavy books for book clubs and stuff, and I'm just like, I need something fast paced and silly. Fast paced and silly. I am reading another. I read many books at the same time. I'm one of those people, and so one of the books that I'm listening to that I listened to on my way down here. Um, the problem with audiobooks is if I don't like the narrator, I'm just not going to enjoy it as much. But I'm reading that for a reading challenge, so it's good to see you all. So I have a big thing that I'm looking forward to this summer that I'm excited to tell you folks, but I'll wait until like 8:40 to say it because I'm really excited about this. I'm really working to challenge myself, as you all know. That's kind of how I've thrived in my life, and so I'm on the train with my friends Paula and Kay and Ro and probably Tracy, probably many others, of walking every day. And so I've been walking every day and I've been doing my daily walk diaries, which are just shorts. It's just like a minute or less. I don't give a play by play or anything. It's just me out there walking. And me saying I'm out here walking because I know that some of you will be keeping an eye on those. So I think yesterday's walk is my next walk. I haven't posted it yet, but I did walk yesterday, and since I am headed to the shore, rain or not rain, I will be walking. So, I'm excited about that. But I have a couple big things in my summer loving life or living life fully or whatever the heck I'm gonna call this list. I have a few one thing that's coming up soon that I want to tell everybody about. Hey, CL, good to see you. The other thing, since I know many of you are in this category, is I've been kind of looking around for other channels of people who are of similar age and who have YouTube channels. So YouTubers, I'm 64 when I'm 64, but 50s, 60s, whatever. And so I was looking around just using hashtags or whatever I could to find people. And one of the things that I wasn't expecting was how many AI channels there are. Strictly AI with lots of followers. And I'm like, why do they have all these followers? These are not real people. These are not real people. Yesterday I saw a guy, like a doctor, and on his desk it said health expert on it. What? Health expert. Anyway, this is really it's I don't like that. I don't like that. So if you have and so sometimes I find people on lives is a good way to find people. I also visit other people's channels who have similar audiences or have people who like things that I like and I pop over to their channels. Hoping to find people to follow and also people to engage with. Because when I look back at this last year on YouTube, this is when I mean, I've had this channel forever, but I really got involved with YouTube when I was in a community. And so, lives is how you find people, CL. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad. It's so funny. Because I find people on lives too. That's one of my favorite places to find people. Um, and many of the people that I find on lives are people who are going to engage. So when I look at my analytics and when I look at the experts, they're saying things like, don't make shorts, don't make shorts. They say, people who watch shorts don't watch your videos, don't watch your live streams. And the people who are in my community, who are, the majority of all y'all, you watch my shorts, you watch my videos, you come to my lives. That's like the core group of people. So I'm just trying to expand and I like to learn from different people. But I tell you, yesterday when I saw that a health expert thing, clearly an AI health expert doctor guy. And then this morning, I was literally looking at Life After 60, and I would say the most channels that came up for Life After 60 were clearly AI people. And, all the narration is the same voice, and, they're fake over 60 people. So, hey, Debbie Sue, so good to see you. See, right here we have my people are here. So what are your big plans for the summer or even what are your everyday plans? Mrs. Paula said earlier one of her number one, I believe, on her loving life in summer 2026 list is to sit on her back porch. Paula, if you're still here, is that where your video was taken of the rain yesterday or the other day from your back porch? So good to see you, Rhonda. Rhonda, are you going live at 9:15 or 9:30? Do you know? I think you said 9:30. I could be totally wrong. Maybe you said 10. I I don't feel like a very good friend right now. Oh my goodness. Another thing that I would like to do, and I'll throw this out to all y'all, is for those of you who haven't live streamed before, who would like to, or who would like to live stream in community, one of the things I would like to try, one of the things we used to do on Periscope, which was called back then a scope train. And what a scope train was we would go live in order. Like there would be one person in charge of the train. That would be me sometimes. I sang the Petticoat Junction song, but I used the word Perry Girls because our group is called Perry Girls. And we would, yeah, I can't. Are you out in the garden again, Kay? I can't type well with gloves on either. Um, So, like, I would go live for 5 minutes, and then the next person would go live for 5 minutes, and the next person would go live for 5 minutes, and all the people who were going live would be there watching one another. So if we had 10 people going live, you would each at least have 10 people on your live, and it just built up momentum, and it also helped people to practice who were nervous about going live and being trolled or having no one show up. Okay. So, oh my goodness, storm at Kay and Rose house. So anyway, that's something I've been thinking about. So that's part of the reason why I'm out there looking for YouTubers in our basic age group who are, trying to build their channels and making connections and creating community, all that good stuff. So the we call them scope trains, were super fun. We did one, my friend and I were in charge for the one on Saturday mornings, and every week, I think it was must have been noon Eastern because it was 9 Pacific, we would get on that train. And it was so fun and so ridiculous. And people loved me singing that silly song. When you it's funny how you can make the silliest, most mundane things really fun. So I'd love to hear what you have planned. I would love to hear thoughts from you. So I'll go till it's 14 minutes live, and then I'll tell you, hey, Cheryl. I will tell you all at 14 minutes the one thing that I'm doing that I've wanted to do for at least 4 years, but I've been too chicken. So if you're one of those people who you've always wanted to sing karaoke, for example, of course I love singing karaoke, but I love encouraging people to do karaoke. One thing I'm doing this weekend, I'm going back to the ladies of the 80s. They're playing again, not far from me. I even invited a friend this time, a different friend. And so she and I are going to go, and I'm going to get out on that dance floor early this time. There's going to be no waiting around. Julie's going to hit that dance floor. As soon as they sing some Pat Benatar song, I'll be out there dancing. Dancing and singing along. I'm gonna get video this time. I'm gonna get video of myself dancing, which means I have to have the courage to ask somebody to do it. Or I guess I could hold out my selfie stick or something, or my small little selfie stick. It's good to see you all. So if any of you have anything on your list for this summer that you're nervous about or you're not sure of, let me know. If you're not ready to speak or you don't know yet, reach out to me. I'd love to support you in that. We have a lot of really awesome supportive people right here. We have Tracy. Oh my goodness, Tracy. Um, yeah. I was gonna say every person here is an amazing human who's very supportive, very connected. We have Rhonda and Treaty by Rhonda Hensley. We have Cobus Cattails, that's Tracy. We have Simply Debbie Sue, who's Debbie Sue. We have Paula Does Retirement, Mrs. Paula Does Retirement. Paula's amazing. We have 7 Minutes with Cheryl, who's also Rebounding with Cheryl, incredible human. She's so helpful that we had a phone call about rebounders. She did that out of the goodness of her heart to help me decide on what rebounder to get, which I'll probably be getting sometime in the first or second week of June. We have, see anybody else I haven't mentioned. We have K-Row Hiking Happens, of course. My favorite YouTubers of all time. Um, I would say Can Row Hiking Happens. They're the first people that I watched consistently before I jumped back into YouTube. I watched them every week with their Appalachian Trail hikes in New Jersey. They helped me to learn New Jersey, so I'm really grateful, even though I grew up here. Yeah, got that. And CL Fantasy Waves is here. We have all the best folks. Mac Movement was here earlier. Don't know about them still being here. So anyway, yes, I think I got everybody. Yes, I believe I got everybody. Okay. So glad for each and every person who's with me. So thankful that you're here. And so we have 4 more seconds and I'll talk about my big thing. Oh, still standing with Carol Ann. Hi, Carol Ann. Oh my goodness. Camino? And are you going to do the Camino de Santiago? Still standing with Carol Ann? I saw you earlier. I think on you were on the Dave's live stream. I'm glad that you're here. I would say, Kane Rowe, if you're here, talk to Carol. No, Waze Francis. Okay. So you are going to walk Camino Francis in Spain. And we have Kane Rowe Hiking Happens in here. They do a lot of hiking. They're working in their garden. And so I'm sure that they'd be a great channel for you to watch as you are preparing to walk that. Oh, your friend did the walk in Spain too, Cheryl. That's fantastic. There we go. Yes, we're great. See, what I was just talking about, Carol, was how do we find people who are around our age who want to engage? And so what happens? Carol comes right in and she jumps in and and she talks, she shares, she engages. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm and I think it was CL Wave said, I find people on lives. And I said, I do that too. Here's an example. So, for the over 60 crowd this morning when I was looking, I found a lot of podcast people. And but I love I want to podcast myself. I actually podcast years ago before podcasting was a thing. Just like I published an ebook in 1999 before there was Kindle. I mean, who does these things? But anyway, yeah, so it's good to have you here. Good to have you here, Caroline. So here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to think what day of the week it was. It must have been Wednesday, possibly Tuesday. I came upon someone who teaches, they have like they teach kayaking and they do private lessons and they have a school. It's on the Delaware River near Columbia, as a matter of fact, Cane Renault, Columbia. And I have had on my list my summer living life to the fullest list for at least 3 years that I want to go canoeing. And I was always finding kayaking instead. And I'm like, when I was in California, I wanted to go kayaking. The first time I wanted to go kayaking, I can't remember what happened. The second time, my friend got COVID. I was literally on my way to the coast driving to meet her to go kayaking. And she called and she said, I have COVID, so I can't go kayaking with you. So this time I said, well, if I sign up for a class, and I know that this person, I'll be straight with this person, I'm old, I'm not in the best shape, I'm overweight, I'm nervous, but I'm excited. And so that's what I'm going to be doing. Um One of the first 2 weeks in June, I will take my first kayak lesson, and it'll be 2 hours. I doubt that I will last for 2 hours, but I mean, I don't think I'll be paddling for 2 hours, but we'll be going over a lot of stuff and getting in and out, that's my biggest concern. That's probably one of the reasons why I was looking at canoeing, because I canoed as a child, and I think canoes, at least from my perspective, what my belief is, and I don't know if it's true, I believe that it's easier to get in and out of a canoe than it is getting in and out of a kayak. So what I'll be doing until my lesson is actually watching videos and practicing even outside of the kayak itself, seeing what the skills are to get in and out of a kayak and working on my upper body strength. I'm actually pretty strong in my upper body, but I'm going to work on it even more. See? See, I hear you, Tracy. I think it will be good. And that's one of the things, believe it or not, I'm an actor. I started acting as an adult 20 years ago. So again, I was older. And I took an acting class, and my teacher said, like every week we had to try something new. And it doesn't have to be extreme, like kayaking after wanting to for 3 years. It can be something, simpler, like trying a new flavor of ice cream or taking a new route home from someplace. You usually take the same route. Um, so those are new things. It can be going to a new grocery store. There's so many things you can do that are new that kind of shift you out of what you've always done. So, thank you, Debbie Sue. Oh, it is. Well, look at you, Carol. And we were meant to meet. We were meant to meet. So usually I do these on a porch or someplace outdoors, but today I'm in a hotel room. So, and I'm glad that I came live because Tracy, Cobus Cattails, is the one who encouraged me to do this in the first place. And she often is with her grandbabies on Friday mornings, and I'm going to be with my grandbaby shortly. Mm, that is so cool. CL Fantasy Waves Art Studio says some of my neighbors have kayaks. There's a kayak launch in the neighborhood. They just walk to the park with their kayaks. When I was younger, we used to camp on the Delaware River regularly, and we usually got in Milford. There's like a campground, and they have a beach there, a river beach, and we used to bring our canoe, and we would just get up and go out in the canoe. So, oh yeah, yeah, and 7 Minutes with Cheryl says that she often tries to get her husband to try new restaurants, but not lately because it's too expensive. You are right. So this is a time to be trying new recipes or trying new seasonings. So yeah, that's one of the new things I've been doing is I've been using romaine lettuce as bread. So for lunch, I'll have romaine lettuce, a bunch of veggies, some kind of protein, delicious. So I'm trying to be anti-inflammatory. So yeah, it's been really great to use romaine lettuce for bread. You just wrap it up and there you go. It's crunchy, delicious. Fill it with a variety of different vegetables. I was thinking I bought some craisins and I was thinking, except craisins are probably processed. I was thinking putting some craisins that into my romaine lettuce salad sandwiches because I really like craisins and they remind me of my mom. Yeah, so there you go. That's something. So all these new things you can try this summer. I'm actually starting a written list, and maybe next week I'll actually share my written list with you. I am a big list person. Last week, I think it was last Friday, we talked about the to-do list. And a to-do list is when you write down the things you've actually got done. Instead of just having a to-do list, you celebrate what you actually did. This is especially effective for those of us who are caregiving. Oh yeah, see, I'm not that unique. Simply W. Sue does the same thing. She uses lettuce and wraps it around a lot of different foods. Hey, W. Sue, what are some foods you wrap it around so we can get some ideas? Of course, I just thought of sausages. Probably not the most healthy, but I do love a really good sausage, especially homemade sausages. Do any of you make homemade sausage? When I have a homemade sausage, I feel like I might have died and gone to heaven. Speaking of bucket list, which I don't like to say. Oh, broccoli salad with craisins and chickpeas and cheese. Okay, Carol Ann, that sounds like a fantastic recipe. Broccoli salad with craisins and chickpeas and cheese. You could wrap that up in romaine lettuce. Definitely pop it in there and just. We're so glad you showed up here today, Caroline. I would say all of these people who you see commenting, these are all amazing people to follow, and they're all pretty active. Different rices. Yes, quinoa would work too. I love some quinoa. Yeah. Yeah, these are all awesome folks. I also like Dave. I like watching him walk. And Dave is one of those people who is inspiring. I don't know his name or his channel, but um he's like Hustle, Old Guy Hustle or something like that. Old Guy Hustle. And he's 65, I believe, so right in the age group. But yeah, he has a great community over there also. All right, so y'all are inspiring me to continue with my romaine sandwiches. And I've just started doing that. It's good to be with all you experienced people. All right. Wow, I've been here for 23 minutes. It feels like yep, Mrs. Paul does retirement saying hi to Carol Ann. And yeah, so Mrs. Paul, I don't know if I told you that Carol Ann, I just bumped into her for the first time on a live right before this. So I went to this morning I went and hung out with our friend Sally, and then I took a shower. That's why my hair's wet. And then I just popped in to see Dave, who is old guy hustle, I think, because he's trying to walk 1,000 miles this year. And so he walks on a live stream and then sits down and has a cup of coffee with everybody, which is really fun. The community is very strong. So, oh, you keep disconnecting. Is it bad weather or is it? I don't think rain is bad weather. It's raining here, which is fine too. But is it raining there in Tennessee? Mm. And Mrs. Paul's amazing. Okay, so here's what I encourage you to do. It's not homework or anything, but think about it because summer's not here yet. In fact, next Friday, it's still May. Oftentimes Memorial Day is like the last weekend of May, not this year. And so next Friday, we may talk about what we've thought up this week that we'd like to try to do new. Because trying new things or making up our summer living life to the fullest list, um, it keeps our brain healthy also. Our brain likes us to try new things. And there's something about that. What is it called? Something like this isn't the right expression, but a newness bias, a newness bias. So it likes us to do new things. and it is stormy. It is stormy. I wish my hair would look like this when it's dry. I kind of like this. Uh, this morning I'm going to a new place this morning. I'm going to Wildwood, New Jersey, which is at the shore, but it is rainy, so I'm not sure how much shoring we'll be doing. Yeah, you're right, Carol Ann. Trying new things is scary, and it's so rewarding when you do them. My hair dye I think so I think so too, Debbie Sue. I guess I could put product on it and then do the scrunchy thing. But this is my hair long. I think the thing is, this is my shorter hair, so it does that curl up thing, and my long hair weights it down. Yeah, I was gonna say Florida humidity. We had some really, um, we had some really humid days this week too. And I was gonna say, Mrs. Paula, things are scary when you do them for the first time. That's when I went to see the ladies of the 80s last time. I did that about a month ago with a girlfriend. And she and I sat there, we sang and sang and sang. Did we dance? Not until the very end. I was too chicken. Oh, that's right. And Rhonda knows her way around hair. So thank you. Rhonda. Okay, so you're also going to hear this first. I think that on my 65th birthday, on or around my 65th birthday, I'm going to cut my hair. Not like probably to like here. That's my thought. Because I've been growing my hair out for quite a few years now. Pretty much since I got so sick and I had my near death experience. I think I'm ready for shorter hair again. So it'll be long enough to donate. I've donated my hair several times. And yeah, I'm thinking I'll do that. What are you supposed to do? That's okay, Cheryl. What you're supposed to do is to start making your, like some people say, your summer bucket list. I don't like that terminology. I think once one has had a near death experience, you don't want to be talking about a bucket list. You want to be talking about things like living life to the fullest in 2026. I need to find something catchy, a catchy phrase, but just a list of things you'd like to do in 2026 this summer. I like to do this, but like if I have an assignment, like I said to y'all, I'm gonna do this before next week so we can talk about it again. So you might think of something. Oh, Mrs. Paula, I want to try zip lining too. I've even found a zip lining place not far from me in Vernon, New Jersey. So you want to come up to Vernon, New Jersey? We can try it. You'd love to hear about my near death experience? I was thinking I should share that. Maybe I'll share that soon. I was having this conversation with my daughter yesterday because we were supposed to have a family Zoom and I completely forgot. I was scheduled it, but I didn't. So I scheduled the time and everything. And I felt horrible because I totally forgot. I have so much going through my mind. And one of those things is my health situation that I'm having right now, which is not great. But we're figuring it out one day at a time. And and so I forgot. And I sent her a text and I said, "I'm so sorry. I just totally forgot. I totally dropped the ball." And I said to her, "I just had so much on my mind." And, she was cool. She's like, "You're allowed to feel how you need to feel, Mom." So nice to have wise adult children. But you know what, Mrs. Paula? Do you have a place near you? Do you have do you have a place to do that near you? Because like I said, there's a place near me I'm trying to look at, I'm nervous about it clearly because I'm not even saying zip lining. Okay. There has to be a zip lining place near you. Okay, not too far off. Send me the name of it, Mrs. Paula. Maybe we can do it together. You're only a day's drive away. And if you think I'm serious. Yeah, we should do that. So calendar it. And, Tracy's now jumped into talking about hair. She would like to stop going to the salon, do it yourself at home, but I'm just not sure if I can. Doing my hair, getting it colored is what is like my big, luxury, because if I didn't get when I had my near death experience, I was going natural with my hair. My hair's a really pretty silver color if I don't color it. And, I was going silver, and I had a beautiful purple streaks, a couple purple streaks. It was pretty cool, and I got lots of compliments on it and everything. But after my near death experience, what happened was my pallor, or the way my skin looked, it, like, blended with my hair, and I felt like when I looked in the mirror, I felt like I was looking at death, and so I said, "I can't do this, I can't do this," and I went to my hairdresser, I said, "Please, please, I can't do the silver." So I've had several different colors. Um, if you go back in my YouTube channel history, you'll see me blonde, you'll see me, dark brown, you'll see me redder than I am now, you'll see me with highlights like I am now, you'll see me without highlights. So it's kind of an amusing, hairstyle history. So thank you for the compliment, Tracy. My hair is actually thicker when I have it colored, because one of the things I found out when I don't color it, it's really, thin. So you went natural. Oh, so, yeah, I was gonna say, Cheryl, you have beautiful, beautiful gray/silver hair. Hi, Jude. It's so good to see you. Tracy, I'm so glad you stopped in and had coffee with us today. We'll stay a little bit longer since our friend Judith just arrived. So I'll give it like 5 more minutes because I love chatting with Judith. So, and then I have to get on my way and go see my grandbaby. It's great that you could be here. We'll be here next Friday. Also, if you hang out with me on Mondays for gratitude and intention, we'll be going live on Tuesday because Monday is a holiday here in the US. So, going live on Tuesday instead of Monday. And probably that first Monday in June, I have a doctor's appointment in Maryland. I don't even know what time it is. Like I said, I've been going through health problems. I don't say problems, health situation. And my appointment is June 1st down there. So I don't know where the heck I'll be. I should know, once a week starts, I'll call down there and see what it is. Oh, Simply Debbie Sue started going gray in her 20s and she just let it go gray. I started going gray in my 20s too, Mrs. Debbie Sue. And that's when I went through my blonde bombshell period, my blonde bombshell era, where I started getting my hair highlighted. And yeah, my 20s were like that. I would say from 25, maybe 23. Yeah, 23 till 28 till I got pregnant for the first time, then I got conservative with my hair because, that's what good moms do. So funny what you think. That's when I had what I call the triangular haircut for a while, where my hair was triangular shaped, bobbish, with the early 90s do. Now I look at that haircut and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, it looks so plastic and hideous." I bet, Rhonda, I bet you've had a lot of I'm sure that Canro's like, "Oh my gosh, women talking about hair too much, too much." Thankfully, we know Canro, they're in the garden, so they just keep gardening. Rhonda got bangs, and one of my looks I really liked was when I had bangs. I should post. Maybe I'll do a video. I'm trying to do videos on the weekend, but I'm trying to make them be like lighthearted videos, and maybe I'll do one on hairstyles throughout the years, because one of my favorites was. So we all know I talk about my near death experience. I also have. I'm a melanoma survivor. I have see, there's my scar shaped like a heart. But, I've also had basal cell carcinoma, and I get actinic keratosis, which I usually get on my forehead. And the first time that I had actinic keratosis, I do the skin treatment, and your face just gets this, or whatever, wherever you're doing it, gets really scaly and red and unsightful. So the second time I had to get actinic keratosis treatment, I said to my hairstylist, I need bangs because I'm going to have about a month of unsightly forehead. And so she gave me gorgeous bangs and highlights, beautiful. It was like one of my most attractive looking hairstyles. And then about a year after that, I still had bangs, but she cut the bangs too short and made my hair too dark, and that ended the period of bangs. But they look good. They look good for a while. Okay, so we'll leave in about 1 minute. That's something else I learned. YouTube guru said, "Don't tell people when you're about to leave." Oh, hi, Pam. Well, we're glad you popped in. I'm glad to hear that your husband is healthy, Cheryl. I would say it does something to your mind when you have cancer and when you have near death experiences, as I've had. It definitely does something to you psychologically. And I pray about it, I work on it, and then I realize that I haven't, or that I could still do more work to feel better. The thing that is not helpful to me is just covering it up and not addressing it. So, hey, Evie, so good to see you. Look at all these beautiful faces coming in. We had a newcomer today. I don't know if she's still here, but still standing with Carol Ann. Let's see if I can find her. Still standing with Carol Ann was here, and she was new. I just met her this morning on another live stream, so I'm trying to see her name. She was amazing. Um, there she is, still standing with Carol Ann. She's incredible. 11 people, 11 likes. If any of you have not liked this video, if you would, please, I appreciate it, because we're going to be leaving in just a second. If you're looking for a live stream, Rhonda, if you're still here, Rhonda, if you could let people know when you'll be going live so they can set their alarms and come back and watch you, that would be fantastic. It's so good to come by and see all your friends. Thank you, Lovey Hypno ASMR. So, did you see the one with 3 trails? My most recent, I'm hiking on 3 trails in one. I love that walk, and it's gotten very little traction. I'm like, "That was a fantastic walk. It's Appalachian Trail." And you never know what people are going to watch. But thank you so much, and I'm so glad you came in. Yay! I'm really trying to be consistent. The next one is me walking in the rain with my fun umbrella. And I get chased. Yeah. Dishwashing diaries is what Mrs. Paula does. Live at 10. Okay, 10 o'clock. Mrs. Paula. So that's a little bit about an hour for Paula. And today, Paula, yes, today. Okay. All right. So at 9:30, here's what you do. We're going to sign off here in just a sec. Then at 9:30, hang out with Rhonda. She's amazing. You'll love her. 10, um, you'll go and check out Mrs. Paula doing her dishes and live hypno ASMR. I'm loving hypno ASMR. You live near the AT? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. What part? I'll just ask you. You don't have to answer, but what state are you in? Because it's 13 states. I think Paul lives fairly close in Tennessee, if I'm correct. I might not be correct. Oh, in Virginia. Well, I met a gentleman on the trail. If you saw that video yet, the one on the AT that I did earlier in the week, I bumped into a man from Maryland who was hiking from New Jersey to Connecticut. And he was like, "This is amazing. This is a miracle. I go to Shenandoah all the time, and this is so fabulous compared." I'm like, "Really? Shenandoah is incredible. Shenandoah is super, like, it's known for being spectacular." So I was really surprised to hear that. Okay. Okay, so here we go. In Virginia. Yes, I was going to say we have people here in Virginia and Tennessee, which are also Appalachian Trail states. If you haven't met K Row Hiking Happens, I strongly suggest it. They are section hiking Pennsylvania on the AT. They will be starting again, I believe, doing that in July. But right now they're doing hikes all over New Jersey. So if you don't follow them yet, I hope you will. All right, so we have a bunch of videos, lives that you could watch in the next couple of hours. We have Entreaty by Rhonda Hemsley, and we have Mrs. Paula Does Retirement. We'll be washing her dishes. So if you're able to go, that's great. Thank you so much for being with me this morning. I appreciate each and every one of you. So have a great day, and we will see you next week on Tuesday. Thank you. I'm glad you're sipping your coffee. I poured coffee on myself. Okay, so how can I that's so cool. Black Rock and Skyline Drive gives 360 view of the Shenandoah Valley. Fantastic. So Cheryl, by the way, Cheryl tomorrow is doing at 10 a.m. Eastern time, a new challenge on rebounding with Cheryl, 10 a.m. tomorrow. It would be great if you could all check in with her. There's Life with Javada. Hello. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Life with Javada. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right. She's another new follower, new subscriber. Check her out. This is showing exactly what I was talking about earlier. If you missed the beginning of this live stream, I hope you'll hop on the replay and see what we talked about first. Thank you so much, everyone. Again, thank you. I appreciate your presence in my life and on my videos. Thanks so much.